Okay, so let's get set up with our security first. Now, I did mention the reasons why we have these SSL certificate, but what's really important is that we get this set up first before we build our website. If we build a website that is on a non-secure connection, then we're going to have issues later on trying to make everything that we've built transfer over to a secure connection. And what the risk that we've got is that we have a mixture of secure content and insecure content. Okay, so your website's built up of various different elements. Some of those elements might not be utilizing the secure connection, and what that's going to do is your browser or your viewer's browser is going to warn people that the connection to that website may have issues. Okay, it may warn them that there is some content on the website that is not secure, and that could be used as a warning flag for things like scams, phishing, things like that. So browsers do warn to say that the connection may not be secure, and you will have to then go ahead and try and work out what's not secure that's being displayed, and then go through a complicated process of trying to make it all secure. Okay, but if we set up the security from the start and we build on the secure foundations, then we are not going to have issues related to that. Okay, so it's really important that before we do anything else, before we even get WordPress installed, is that we go ahead and set up the secure connection. So what we want to do is go to the security tab and go to the SSL manager, and we need to be in this install new SSL section here. We need to select our domain, of which we've only got one, and then we need to select the SSL we want, and what we're looking for is just the basic let's encrypt SSL. Okay, and then we click on get. That's going to go through the process of going over to Let's Encrypt, which is an external security company. It's going to get the details of the certificate and it's just going to install it for us. Okay, so there's no need for us to actually go ahead and try and do this ourselves, which is quite a complicated process. It's a bit of a pain. It's it's time consuming. So Siteground just does it all for us, just in a couple of clicks. Okay, so we just have to wait a minute or two for that to happen. Let it get processed, and when it's done, what you will see is under Manage SSL, you will see the domain listed, and it will show that the SSL is active. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to happen. Okay, there it is. Let's Encrypt is installed for lexidemo.com. Okay, and as you can see, that now shows up here the domain, the certificate that's installed, and it's showing that it is active. Okay, so that's good. Now the next thing it's saying is configure HTTPS. If you click on that, it's going to take you to a help file that tells you more about what HTTPS is. But in a nutshell, when we visit a website, we can visit two different versions. We can visit the HTTP version or the HTTPS version. The S basically means it's the secure version. And if we click on the address bar to see the full address of the website, you will see that I have here https leximedia.co.uk. So this is showing that it's a secure connection, which is why you've got the padlock there showing that this website has a secure certificate installed and that the connection is encrypted. Now we can visit a HTTP version, so I can type in the address myself, http leximedia.co.uk, and what this will do is it will try to take me to the non-secure version. So we take a look to see what happens, and nothing happens. We're still got the padlock. If we click on the full address, we can see we are in the HTTPS version still. And that's basically what the HTTPS enforce is all about. It's basically telling us that what we want to do is always enforce the use of the secure connection. Okay, So if we look in the security tab under HTTPS Enforce, we can see it's not turned on. So if we at the moment, if we go to http lexidemo.com, there's nothing on this website, but as you can see, this is showing us not secure. And if we click on the full address, that's not showing us, but it's basically saying it's not the secure version. Okay, it's giving us that warning. So if we go back to our site tools, we turn on the HTTPS Enforce. What this is basically going to do is every time somebody goes to our website, whether it's the HTTP version or not, it's always going to go to the HTTPS version. Okay, so that's the secure version. Okay, so if I refresh that, as you can see now, we're showing the padlock, and if we click on the address, we can see we are viewing the HTTPS version. Okay, so I hope that's clear. I hope that's simple enough. We need the HTTPS turned on. And what that'll basically do is when we build stuff, it prevents us from accidentally going into the HTTP version and building stuff on the HTTP version and having non-secure content on our website. Okay, so by having the HTTPS Enforce turned on, then we always have the secure, we will always be visiting the secure version of our website. Okay, so that's the security setup. I hope you see it's not that difficult at all. It's basically a couple of clicks to install the SSL certificate, and then we go to the HTTPS Enforce and just turn that on. And that is it. You've set up a certificate for your website, so you know that your viewers are going to be safe viewing your website via a secure connection. Okay, so next video we're going to go ahead and look at is the email, and I'll show you how to set up an email account in your hosting platform.